Hello and welcome to your daily oracle reading for Saturday, April 11th, 2020. I'm Linda the Lightworker. I'm an energy reader, oracle reader, tarot reader. I'm a reader. If you want to find out more information about me, all my information is down below in the descriptions box. You can check out my website, LindaTheLightWorker.com, or simply email me if that's not clear. Anyway, LindaTheLightWorker@gmail.com. Now, let's jump into our reading. This is a general reading today for all of us, just to see how we're doing, checking in, especially in this day of COVID, and most of us being on some sort of social distancing, isolation, or self-quarantining, or teening. I like that word. So let's jump into our cards. We have 4 tarot cards today, and this is the Wild Unknown Spirit. No, this is the World Spirit Tarot deck, and all the information on the decks I use is also listed in my description box. I'm pretty sure this one's out of print. So this is the 7 of Pentacles. So we can see he almost looks like a merman. I think he's like a centaur. He's got horse feet there, hooves, and he is surveying his crops. So the Pentacles, as we know, deals with a lot of the earth stuff, earth signs, earthly possessions. It's about how we are manifesting or what we have manifested in our lives, kind of taking stock of where we are. So he really is, I love this little tattoo of this heart on his chest. I didn't notice that before. Okay, I'm just listening. So Spirit's really saying this is a time of self-reflection, again with money, but of how you've set up your life and your lifestyle. And this is the invitation to look at where you're headed, where you came from, and if you're moving in the right direction, or if this is the right direction for you at this time, looking at the fruits of your labor. That's what Spirit's saying. Looking at, maybe you've been working in one direction and you're realizing that it's not going to work for you now. And perhaps it's time to shift gears and shift into a new direction. So it is about, okay, I'll use that as an example. She won't mind. One of my soul sisters has an amazing, she has so many gifts, and she makes herbal remedies, and she's also a massage therapist. And so as this time of COVID has started, certainly massage therapy has been not possible for her, and shifting attention into this herbal path is really exploding. So it might be really noticing at where this new income is going to come from and staying fluid, going with the flow, being rational with your decisions of which direction. Yes, I'm hearing this is mostly about work for all of us and how we're gaining revenue. So if you need to switch directions, make sure you're not throwing away your crops. And sometimes once this crop, okay, I'm just gonna stick with the gardening stuff or farming analogies, but once this crop has flourished, maybe it's time to plant a new crop. That's what I'm hearing. So it will be about how you tend your financial garden. All right, so our second card will help make it a little bit clearer. This is the Ace of Swords. So the invitation here, remember, this is a double-edged sword, and aces are always about new beginnings, and the swords are all about the air signs, which are typical, tends to be our thought patterns, our behaviors, and our mind's eye. So this is the question today, is what thoughts might you need to edit, especially around money? If you have some negative or some judgmental or some harsh voices, inner voices about you and money, it's time to edit those out. The invitation here is to really change your mindset about how you're generating revenue. So if you're feeling indecisive, because there is a double edge here, it's best to come into balance. We have the sun and the moon up above here in balance with this sword. So make sure, check in with your thoughts and your thought pattern, and make sure that you are not self-sabotaging yourself or using those thoughts in a really harsh way so that you are unable to rise to a positive place for you mentally. This is about creating that stability in your thought patterns. So pay attention to your thoughts and where they lie. We have 4 tarot cards today. The next one is this, I love this card so much, the 6 of Wands. And here it is, this hero is, or this man carrying this light is coming. This is a homecoming, and this is a beautiful card about celebrating where you've been and how far you've come. So be sure that you're able to celebrate and to uplift yourself and to connect with your community wherever they may be. I know a lot of these celebrations are online now, but really be sure to, where are you in this card? Are you arriving as he is through this path to all these people, or are you celebrating someone who's had a bit of a hero's journey? That's what I'm hearing. In the card description, the author wrote that he went to the mountains in his best clothing and he returns in tattered clothing, but with stories to tell. So be sure, if this is your hero's journey, write your story down. Be sure you're telling your stories. I love this. Oh my gosh, some of you are going to see, it looks like a big UFO above this mountain. I've not seen that before. So I love the beautiful sky with the pink and the yellow. So just remember to celebrate with others too at how far you've come here on this journey. And our final tarot card for today is that this is a completion. This is the universe card. So I'm really hearing for some of you, you might really be ending some self-sabotaging ways, especially where you are, or you're going to have some great insight about your future as you move forward. And this universe means that you are ending a cycle of bad stuff being edited out. Now you're ready to move forward, and you have the support of all the elements here. We have the cow, down here is the earth element, the crow is the air element, the lion, of course, fire, and the dolphin is water. So we have the power of the 4 elements coming in here with us, and I love how plump and delicious she is. And she's very reminiscent of Shiva. So really, some of you might be ending old businesses and starting new businesses, or new ways for you to really understand who you are now. There's a completion happening with this hero who's arriving. So hold steady. You've got some good stuff coming up. And it really is, as we shift our direction just a little bit, we're able to see new opportunities and have new insights about where we are and what we're doing. So our final card today is from the Denise Linn Sacred Travelers card, and I do love it. This is the Crossing Bridges card, and the message here is, it's time for healing, connecting, mending, releasing. It's time for healing, connecting, mending, and releasing. Maybe some of you have not quite connected yet with this family. Look at how they're both on these journeys, and he's coming home to all these beautiful people who really are celebrating. Who's your tribe? Who's cheering you on? And sometimes it is that reconnection with our own heart. Yeah, reconnecting with these parts of ourselves that we have cut off from past pain or trauma. I'm hearing soul retrieval, about really connecting with our soul family, or those who really know us the best or deepest. The ones you call family, your family. And it's not always blood. In fact, it's oftentimes not blood. Who you really connected with. It's about reshaping our relationships this time and reprioritizing how we spend time and how we've been on that busy bus and how we reprogram ourselves to be more centered within so that we're able to be our true, authentic self when we're sharing with others or connecting with those we love. Sounds tricky, but it's really quite easy. I know you can do it. It's really good food for thought today. All right, that's the end of our reading. If no one's told you today how wonderful you are, I just want to remind you that you are so beautiful. You are so strong. You are able to handle all this that Spirit's put in front of us. You're capable. You're God's most favorite child. And remember to treat yourself nicely. Say nice things to yourself today. And feel your heart and have love for yourself. And then that love's just going to pour out for everyone else that's all around you. You can do it. All right, my dear, I love you. And I look forward to seeing you next time.